Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Callie and this is my YouTube channel dedicated to all things nails and good vibes. If you're new here and you'd like to see 2 new videos every week, definitely hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a new video. We are so close to reaching 1,000 subscribers, so thank you to everyone who's been supporting my channel over the years, and I hope you'll join us. So today I'm going to be sharing my swatch and review video of the brand new China Glaze Halloween Spellbound collection. I don't think I've seen any videos on this collection yet, maybe that's changed since the last time I looked, but I'm really happy to be putting this video together. This is probably one of the first collections I've ever purchased in full, like right away, so I'm super happy to be sharing this with you. This collection's super unique and it's a roller coaster, so there's so many fun polishes to share with you. All of the polish names are very creative and really cute, so I can't wait to share these swatches with you and tell you a little bit about each one. So before we get started, if you're not familiar with China Glaze, they are 7-free, cruelty-free, vegan, and made in the USA. China Glaze kind of had a brand makeover in the last year or so, and they have new brushes and there's a whole bunch of new things going on. So without any further ado, let's just get right into their review. This first one we'll be looking at is called Hex Boyfriend, which is a really funny name. So first, I'm going to be showing you the 3 matte nail polishes in this collection. When I bought this one, there wasn't much information out about these polishes, so I had no idea that there were 3 matte polishes in this collection. I know China Glaze usually does at least 1 in their collections, but this is something new. So this first one, I started applying it and I was guessing this one was going to be matte. If there was a matte one in the collection, this was the one that I was betting on. So as you can see, the formula is really thick and it's very hard to apply. It's not really sticky, but it just is so gooey and thick, it's really hard to get on your nails. But this is definitely my favorite in the collection, favorite matte polish, I should say. Even though the formula is really difficult, this actually was probably my second favorite in the whole collection just because the color is really, really pretty and the finish is so unique. This just looks like velvet on your nails. It looks so pretty, and the cool thing about it is it looks like it should be textured, but it's not. The surface of the polish is matte, but it's not textured at all, which is very interesting. And as you can see, this first coat is still pretty thick, and I'm going to speed up the footage a little bit so you can see how it dries matte. So this one dries fully matte. There's another one in the collection that's more of a demi-matte, so this one just had the most beautiful finish, in my opinion, of the 3 matte polishes, and I think it's really, really unique. So here I just sped up the footage so you could see how these dry matte. I actually really like how this footage turned out. I think it looks really cool. So I'm not sure what was going on my pointer finger. The application there was just a little bit different than the other 2 nails, but this didn't dry super thick, but then the second coat kind of made it even thicker than it already was. So just be very careful with these matte polishes. The application can be really tricky. You want to make it as even as possible so you don't end up with the surface being all bumpy. So just try your best with application. And I would definitely say if you're new to nail polish or if you're a casual nail polish wearer, then these are probably not going to be the most pleasant polishes for you. Even for someone like me who's been doing my nails for years and years and I've used so many different polishes, this was still really difficult and kind of annoying to work with. So just take that in mind when you're going to be looking at these polishes for purchase. But I still would recommend this one because I think it's such a cool polish. I would definitely wear this during the fall. I think it's beautiful and really chic and trendy, and it's just a really fun one. I really like the shimmer in this one, and I like that it's not totally the same as some of the other green polishes I have from China Glaze, because I think I have another matte green of theirs that looks very similar to this, but the finish is just a little bit different, and I think there's different shimmer in it. So overall, I am not sorry that this one is in my collection. I really like it, and in my opinion, the formula, it's worth it to try to put this one on your nails because it just looks really pretty and it's just really unique. And if you're a fan of a green polish, or if you do like matte polishes, this one is a nice option. So I think this one's really pretty. So let's just get through the sped up footage of this one drying and you'll be able to see the finish at the end. It just looks so cool. I really like this one. I don't have anything else like this in my collection. So let's move on to the second matte polish in the collection. Next up, we have Covens and Caviar. This one I definitely wasn't as big of a fan of because the formula, it was almost like ink taking it out of the bottle. I remember when I was putting this one on my nails, I took the brush out of the bottle and there was just a ton of polish on it. This one is super goopy, just like the other one. It's really, really, really thick, like maybe even a little bit thicker than Hex Boyfriend. This one, it also dries a little bit faster, I think, and the thing about this one is, like I said, I didn't know that this one was matte as well, so I was expecting this to be maybe a jelly matte. That's what I thought it was based on how it looked in the bottle. And I'm not a fan of this one because if you wanted a black polish to be matte, you could just get a regular black polish that would be a little bit more versatile and have a better formula, and then just put a matte top coat on top. That's the thing that I do like about most of the matte polishes that China Glaze does create for their collections, because usually they're a little bit unique. Like with Hex Boyfriend, that one is shimmery and it has a cool color and it's something unique that the matte formula kind of lends itself to the polish, but this one is just a plain black polish. There's really nothing special about it except for the fact that it dries matte, and the matte formula kind of makes the formula not great. So I was not a fan of this one. I do like having it in my collection just in case I ever did need a matte black polish for some reason, but the formula, again, not fun to work with. This one's a little bit worse than the other one, so, and once again, you can see on my pointer finger, I'm not really sure if just my first application was just thinner than the other two, but this one also gets very thick, and it can get thick very quickly if you're not careful. And I think this one might show texture a little bit more than the other one just because there's no shimmer in it or anything to distract. So this one kind of looks like painting tar on your nails. That's what I was thinking of when I was putting it on my nails. And yeah, so this one's just a little bit tricky to work with. And as you can see, sometimes it dries on itself, so it's kind of hard to get an even application, and it doesn't always stick to the brush if you wipe too much off. It's just very, very finicky. I don't think I'll be using this for manicures. I will probably use this a lot for nail art. I did use it the other day, but it was actually a little bit difficult because when I put it on my palette so I could use it for some detail work, it ended up drying pretty quickly, so it was kind of hard to use after a while. So I don't know, I don't think I would recommend this one. However, if you are a fan of black polishes or matte polishes, then this one might be right up your alley. So if you're a fan of this one, then this is a really nice one to have. And again, I do like the finish. I think it looks interesting. It's kind of like a very velvet finish, which I like. So yeah, so that's this one. That is Covens Caviar, and you can watch it dry all the way through now. Here is the final matte polish in the collection. This one is called Kiss and Spell, another really cute name. This one, once again, I had no idea this was matte, so I actually turned off the camera by accident. Like, I left it on for the other two so you could see how they dried, and I sped it up and everything so you could see what it looked like as it dried. But this one, I had no idea, so I turned the camera off before I realized that it was drying matte, so I turned it on after just so you could see. But this one, it reminds me of some other fall polishes I have from China Glaze, just from various collections over the years, just that kind of berry tone with some shimmer in it. It's really pretty. I don't think this one needed to be matte. I think this would look really pretty sparkly as well. So this was the one I was talking about where it kind of dried demi-matte. It wasn't as matte as the other two. Like here you can see it does look pretty matte, but it's just not quite as matte as the other ones. So this one, I do like the finish of this one when it dries matte, but I did actually need to apply 3 coats on this one just because the application was a little bit patchy. I will say this one had the best formula out of the 3 in terms of being not super thick. The other 2 were very, very thick. I'm not sure if my bottles were just messed up or something, but maybe that's just how they are. I'm not sure. This one was way thinner. This just feels like a regular polish, just a regular kind of, not jelly, but shimmer polish. That's what this one kind of felt like, so it just worked better than the other 2. It also didn't get as like bumpy or uneven, so it dried pretty well. Just the only thing was the patches, just wherever there was more polish, it just kind of dried a little bit darker and it made it hard to get this polish to look right. So here you can see the drying sped up a little bit, and I think on the second coat it definitely doesn't look as matte as the first coat did. So I don't know, this one is pretty nice. I liked it better glossy. I did some glossy pictures and I think I included them in the clips. I'll overlay them so you can see what it looks like when these are with a glossy top coat. I like them all with the glossy top coat as well. I think I prefer the green one matte, but this one looked pretty nice with the glossy finish. So here's just the third coat of Kiss and Spell, and I think it got pretty dark on this third coat. It looks a lot darker by the time you're done. So maybe if you apply it super carefully, you could get away with 2 coats, or if your nails are even shorter than mine, that might work for you. But yeah, so there's the 3 matte polishes in this collection. I was not expecting them to be matte, so this was a interesting surprise. Like I said, even though I really like the polishes as a whole, I just wasn't a fan of Covens Caviar, but the other 2 were pretty nice. I still think Hex Boyfriend is my favorite. This one is a nice one to have for fall. It's a really classic color. So yeah, there's the 3 matte polishes. Let's move on to the others. Switching gears completely, here we have Having a Crystal Ball. This one I was kind of worried about when I first started applying it, just because you can see it is super sheer, but this one is kind of a pearl polish. It's very, very shimmery. It's very thin. The formula is really thin, and the base, it kind of looks like a really sheer black. I'm not quite sure. It might just be a very dark blue. But you can see it has all of this really gorgeous kind of shifty duochrome purple, violet blue kind of color to it. It looks really eerie and interesting. I like this one a lot. So I was afraid this was going to end up being a topper kind of polish or a sheer polish when I first started with this first coat. But by the time I did 3 coats, which is what I ended up having to do, it did build up really nicely. I was actually surprised. And actually later, for a different part of this video, I ended up putting this one back on and I was able to get it opaque in 2 coats, so it's just kind of finicky, I guess. It depends on your application. It also kind of depends on where the shimmer lands, because if the shimmer covers up more of your nail, then you might not need 3 coats, but it all depends on your opinion. If you're a fan of more sheer polishes or you don't mind your nail line showing, whatever it is, this one is a really nice one. I'm actually happy with this one. It's pretty unique considering I don't think I've ever seen a polish like this from China Glaze, at least not this color combination. I'm pretty sure I've seen other ones with this type of formula, especially in fall or Halloween collections. So this one's actually pretty cool, and you can see even on the second coat on camera, my other 2 nails, not my pointer finger, but the other 2 looked fine with 2 coats. So it just depends on your application. I think if you have longer nails, you definitely need 3 coats, but I would also like to see how this one looks over other polishes. I didn't think of it at the time, but I should have just done a coat of this over Covens Caviar. That would have been pretty cool to see how that looked. So I would definitely like to try that in the future. But yeah, this one is really pretty, and I'm a big fan of this one. So here's 3 coats of Having a Crystal Ball. Next up is Spell the Tea. I think that is such a funny name. I think that might be my favorite name in the collection. So this one's pretty interesting. This one has kind of a very gray brown. It's not quite a gunmetal gray, but it does have a little bit of brown in it. So this one I actually thought was really interesting because it actually has the same shimmer as another polish from a different Halloween collection from China Glaze a couple years ago. The polish was called Cinderella, I believe. I think it was from their Happily Never After collection or something like that. So that's actually one of my favorite China Glaze polishes. I think it's super cool and unique, and I'm very glad I have it in my collection. But I recognize this shimmer instantly because it's pretty much identical to Cinderella, just the base color is different. So it's kind of, you can't see it as well in this polish as you can in Cinderella, but it's this very kind of pinkish red shimmer that just looks really cool when they put it with these kind of darker or more earth-toned bases. So this one, as you can see, like I said, it's not really a gunmetal polish, but on camera it's kind of looking like that. It's kind of a gunmetal with a tinge of a brown sort of color, so So if you like this type of polish, this one is perfect for you. The formula is really good, just a nice normal shimmer polish compared to some of the other fun ones we've had in this collection. So I like that one a lot. It's really cool. Could you guess this one was going to be my favorite? If you've been here before, maybe you could. This one is called Payback's a Witch, another funny name. I think that's really cute. And this one was the polish I was waiting for. I saved this one for last because it's my favorite and it's gorgeous. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before on my channel, but I just love orange polishes. They're actually some of my favorites to wear. So this one is a really fun one. It's just a basic shimmery pretty polish, and it has kind of a very slightly burnt pumpkin orange base to it, and then there's a really pretty mix of shimmer in here. There's lots of kind of a yellow gold look to it and a little bit of orange, just a little bit of red as well. I just think this one is so pretty. I actually thought this one was holographic for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe it was just the advertisement that I saw. That's what I thought it was, but this is perfectly fine with me. This is my ideal polish for Halloween, Thanksgiving, fall in general. I can't wait to use this one for nail art. I will definitely wear this in a manicure very soon. I'm really happy with the formula too. Just a nice normal polish, and it was very pretty and super sparkly. It's not quite a foil, but I do like the finish of this one. I just think it's really shimmery and just I can't wait to wear it for fall. So gorgeous. Bonus round. The last thing I have to show you today is I'm not sure if this is new, it might be old, I don't know, but this is the China Glaze Ghoulish Glow Glow in the Dark polish. It says polish, but I guess it's a top coat, I don't know. I decided to put this one over having a crystal ball, which is what I was saying how it applied better the second time I put it on. So this one, I'm not really sure how to work it yet. I've never really used glow in the dark top coat before. I think I had one from Sinful Colors a while ago, but I'm not sure if I even have it anymore. But I just tried to see how it would look in the dark. As you can see in the bottle, the glow is really cool. I couldn't really get it to show up on my nails. I'm not sure if it's one of those where you kind of have to charge it. So like you put it under a lamp or something to get it to absorb some light, or maybe put your nails in the sun. I don't know. So I have to play around with this one a little bit more, but we'll see. I still think it's cool, and I would love to do nail art with this. So that is all for today's review. This one was, like I said, certainly a roller coaster. I was not expecting half of these to be matte, but I am pretty happy with this collection. I think it's cool, and even though the formulas weren't the greatest on some of these, they're still all very unique, and that's something I'm super happy about. These polishes are so much fun, and I always say this, I've never met a polish I didn't like, so I like all of these for their own reasons. I definitely think Payback's a Witch and Hex Boyfriend are my favorites. They're just so cool. They're so pretty. Like, Payback's a Witch is just my gorgeous classic orange for fall, and Hex Boyfriend is just stunning. I really love the finish of that one, and it's just really interesting. I don't have anything else like it in my collection. I think I said that already, but the other ones are really pretty as well. Let me know in the comments which of these was your favorite. Let me know if you'll be picking up anything from this collection or the entire collection. I know there's lots of China Glaze Halloween polish fans out there, so if you're interested in these, I will try to link them below. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find them yet. I really haven't seen these polishes anywhere. I just found them very randomly in a CVS, I believe, so they were all in a display, so maybe check your local drugstore and see if you can find them. I'm pretty sure CVS is where they're carrying the majority of them, so just have a look and you'll see if you can find them. So definitely, like I said, let me know in the comments which of these was your favorite. Let me know if you'll be grabbing any of these for Halloween, and there'll be a lot more Halloween videos coming your way during October, so stick around for that. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I think 60% of you who watch my videos are not subscribed, so feel free to subscribe and join the fam. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you back here for another video very soon. Same nail time, same nail channel. Have a polished rest of your day. Bye!